Welcome everybody to USL Live, Season 53, Week 2. Tonight's matchup is Birds versus Law & Mortar, or This Is Fine. Joining me tonight is Typhoon.
Hello.
And at some point, Fausto will be jumping in. Looking at these lineups, Typhoon, what are your thoughts?
I mean, I feel like it's pretty heavy-handed for Birds here. Just pound for pound, the better team. Yeah, love an underdog. Really love to see Law & Mortar put something together. But if you're looking at it across the board, Birds looks like the better squad.
Yeah, what would you like to see Law & Mortar do to try and not necessarily even the playing field a little bit based on skill, but like keep things close?
Yeah, I mean, if they're going to give themselves a chance to win, they have to limit the amount of engagements and also set up unconventional, whether they're pushes or ambushes. They have to do something that's not the standard, oh, this is an obvious place to ambush. So hopefully they mix up their timing and their tempo a little bit, mixing in some camping, some ambushes, and maybe some unconventional moves around the map.
I definitely agree. And it looks like we have Bowen playing AT and Axis playing Ripper. Spark as demo. They're definitely looking to do some ambushes with RRU as LMG. Game isn't on. They should probably let them know that. Meanwhile, Aerith is Ripper, Tactical LMG, and Chompy as AT. So
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting to have Rendezvous playing medic. I know he's usually playing a fighting class, but he's a veteran of the game. I think he'll do just fine as medic.
Yeah, so it's Ren and Thiz both as your medics. It'll be interesting to see how Worth plays. I know he's been on a squad with us several times in the past, but always kind of fell away with activity. So it'll be interesting to see him play a full season, see what he can do with these guys. I wish I could say he could add to some of that much needed veteranship, but he's been so inactive in the past that he's kind of like a new CTFer as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, agreed. I do think if they're able to get some close quarter combat, use some of those buildings up north. I think it's pretty well known CTFers fight pretty well face to face, so that might lend to his advantage there. But if they keep it to a traditional skirmish length fight, yeah, he's a little over his skis.
Yeah. Just running through the lineups real quick. Birds once again has Aerith, aka Staley as Ripper, Colossal, Fax as Med, Hearthbull, Slob as Med, Tactical as LMG, TG, and the Great Chompy as AT. Law & Mortar have Abyss, Axidus as Ripper, Bowen as AT, R as Medic, RRU as LMG, Spark as Demo, Thiz as Med, and Worth as Marine. So what's your score prediction for this game, Typhoon?
So because we're not playing this week, so Dark Slayers, we SB'd a little bit. I didn't play a lot and I haven't been paying too much attention to tempo. This is one that my feeling is it could get out of hand. I fully expect Birds to put up really big numbers here. So I'm going to say 70 to 30 Birds.
Okay. I agree with you. I do think Axidus and Bowen are going to find a way to slow this down, at least for the first 15. And then it's just going to be hell for them because Birds will figure out where they're going to go. They won't necessarily sit at their base the entire time, but they're going to get the vision on the base to see where they try and go and set up, and then they just get surrounded. So I'm going to say roughly, probably close. I'll give Birds about 80 to 30.
Okay. I do like that Law & Mortar are going north, trying to use some of this north building, but to no surprise, Chompy's on the solo getting vision, which I think is going to be difficult for Law & Mortar to overcome here.
Yeah, and I mean, I get that's probably why Bowen is playing AT, but that's just going to be a mismatch. Thiz is cut off and Spark goes down already.
Yeah. They had a chance there if they knew about Chompy North to maybe pick him off, collapsing between the two teams. Now the best thing they can do is try and drag this out, their team to the right needs to fall, save deaths, hopefully have respawn, catch some kill hungry birds here.
Yeah, it was cute. Oh, that long
Oof.
R.
Hate to see it.
Oh man. It was curious seeing Thiz's positioning there. I think he got kind of lost on the map because he was supposed to be with that left team and he just gets cut off by Chompy and Gift.
Yeah, agreed. And that's one of the hard things when you're playing one of the top tier squads and you're really trying to move around the map. If they keep vision on you, it's one thing. You and teams you've played for have done a really good job on these smaller maps being able to stop those wide rotations and repositioning. Just always keeping eyes on the enemy is a big benefit when you're a stronger squad.
For sure. And yeah, just catch them in those rotations. We got Law and Mortar kind of chilling at H6, probably longer than they should have. Axis already switched off Ripper and went Marine.
Yeah, they got worthless over here on a little bit of a solo angle. Not sure that was intentional, if he got cut off, or he's just playing for vision. I don't know him to be a big communicator, so I think that could be an issue if they're relying on him for a solo flank.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. He's backing all the way up to his base versus Chompy here.
See what's happening on the main. It looks like Bowen's going to go try and take that 2-on-1 with Worth. Not a bad idea, but the rest of them got to stay alive.
They lost vision on him. Chompy just went right past Bowen. Bowen went for the middle area, and they think he's north. Yeah. Oh, no.
And so that's one of those. It's a good idea. You like the idea there. I'm a big fan of trying to take the 2-on-1 when you can. Poor execution.
Yeah.
And your main team's got to stay alive. Yeah. They got dizzy.
This is one of those things where I don't think you have the lineup to try and force a 2 versus 1. If anything, you want to take as big of a number as you can, just send everybody at Chompy. Screw it, right?
Yeah, that can work if you force somebody like Chompy who's really building a lot of confidence. Maybe he stays a little too long in a fight. Maybe you can pick him up. Being just a little too confident, a little too aggressive. Not a fan of chasing ATs though. It's something I've harped on squads in the past where you get a little too fixated on trying to chase down an AT. So.
For sure. No, chasing an AT almost 10 out of 10 times is the wrong call. But with how pushed up he was, I feel like they could have made it work. Especially with Worth already over the top, so his only way to go back out was up and to the left. But
yeah, that's a good point, and that's good like map awareness. Those are things that I think more time on the map, teams and players can start to figure out where can you take advantage of those mismatches. All right, so it looks like they got a little bit of broken vision here. So this is what they need is to get away from the bird's vision so that they can actually set up an ambush, give themselves a fighting chance. So I like to see this. I don't know if I like this setup at all. I don't know if this is going to be effective, but we're about to see. I think this is where, this is what I was worried about was majority of their ambush just being exposed there on the left.
I think they figured that they had to get way closer before they got were seen rather. But yeah, Staley saw it immediately.
Let's see here. This isn't horrible positioning. I mean, they have a lot of things they can maneuver around and hide behind and string this battle out. They just need to find somebody to overcommit. I don't like that they gave up that north angle over the ships.
Yeah, Staley's about to just free fire.
Now it's going to collapse for him.
Because nobody's even looking at him. Now our U finally turns, but it's too late.
And I find in the weaker squads, the lack of confidence to fight in people's face there. I don't think they were overwhelmed over top. I think they just, gave up a strong position instead of fighting for it.
Yeah.
Abyss diving in for a kill. Can't quite get it. Bummer.
Yeah, now Worth's gonna more than likely die here.
Early in the game, 21-0, probably already feeling pretty defeated. This is a pivotal time to really take a breath.
Yeah, they need
Get
to.
your
Go ahead.
I was gonna say get your composure, get all your respawn back together. Don't trickle out, but come out strong and keep sticking to your script. Keep trying to find a way to get that first kill, get that first battle, and build the momentum from there.
I think their best chance at this point is, let me see if Bowen switched. He needs to switch off AT
He
if
is on
he hasn't.
Marine. Yep.
Okay. So that's step one. Step two is just I hate to do the big red dot, but sometimes that might be your only chance at getting a few kills.
I agree. I agree. There's times if you can get close enough so that they don't quite get a chance to get all your numbers counted, and you can just use that hyper aggression. I'm a fan, and it looks like they might have a 4-on-3 north with an LMG kind of behind them. They might have a chance here to.
Unfortunately, one of the four is a demo, so he can't really put.
Yeah, now their medic's gonna get hung out, and that's I don't know why. I don't know why they left their medic so quickly there in a pretty even. That was roughly a 4-on-4. Probably could have helped your medic fall through that choke, give yourself a fighting chance.
Who? I mean, right now it's 25 to nothing, right? Who do you foresee being the first death for birds?
Ooh, I'm gonna go with Fairfax.
Facts?
Fax
I'm
goes
gonna
down. Fax goes down to a random nade.
I'm gonna say Jeff. I think he gets.
That Jeff was my second pick because he gets bloodthirsty and
Yep.
he's just screaming at everybody to push, not realizing he's in their dropship fighting 7. But I'm gonna go with Fax.
Oh no, Spark. Spark crosses the baselines and gets specced out.
I hate to see it. No,
Especially on
dude.
this map, like the baselines are so close to your DS. Like,
Yeah. And it is, I mean, to be fair too, there's a lot of action happening right here at the dropship, but I think it's a good thing that they've implemented it. I do like the. Sorry, I was watching I got a little excited here with the Chompy Thiz Abyss 2-on-1 North there. I thought they had a chance, but Chompy backed up. Yeah, I'm a little torn. I go back and forth on the rape lines things. I don't like leaving things up to ref discretion.
right.
So I do like that there's the automatic decision there, but it does seem pretty punishing. And we might. I was gonna say we might have seen our first. Our first. It was both Jeff and Fairfax in the line of fire there. One of us could have been right. And yeah, unfortunately, this is just, getting out of hand here. Birds don't even need to back up. The only thing at this point, they're probably running low on explosives, but they've killed so many law and mortar players that they probably picked up laws and nades.
The problem is a lot of the ammo and everything though is right outside that DS, so you really gotta risk it to get it.
Now, I think there's an opportunity here if they attack south. Well, no, they're already shifting back down. I was going to say there was a little bit of an opportunity maybe they had for the TG Hearthbull group if they could cross down, shoot them hiding behind that little rock. But Nate goes down, our Rendezvous goes down. Can't have your medic going down first.
Nah, and Chompy's just being a nuisance. It's gonna. Oh, he's got the dash though. He's out.
Yeah, and I give Chompy a lot of credit here. He's playing this for. He's playing it well. He's being a nuisance. He's kind of sticking to the script that he usually plays, even against a good team. He's not just playing sloppy, looking for 30 kills here. He's doing it right.
I'm wondering. Oh, TG, or he might go down here.
Oh no, RR.
Oh, no.
And so on the rape line spec, is it just the player that gets punished, or does the entire slot get punished? Because I saw Cleveland get subbed in
The
almost
uh
right
the
away,
player
right?
gets punished.
Okay. Well,
I'm wondering if TG is saying whoever dies first is the first one to get subbed out.
Aerith has
Little
a chance to go
motivation.
down here if RRU can stay on him. I mean, at this point, I don't blame RRU for holding the W key and attacking whatever he can see, because this can't be fun to play in right now.
Yeah, no, this is looking like a STL squad game, dude. If you
All right,
remember
so
them.
what's your thoughts on this as far as overall morale for the squad? I mean, I see it both ways. I know you can say Plumber era, nobody gave a shit. It was take your licks. There's a million squads. I mean, they had squads on standby. So that if you faded, there were squads waiting to join the league. Um, do you think there's a point to letting these weaker squads, when you're up 50, get some time on the map, or is this perfectly acceptable just to pound them at their rape lines?
Oh, TG is the first one down. We were both wrong.
Oh no, TG.
Oh,
What were the odds? Kevin was running the odds. What was TG wasn't even in the odds.
I mean, I feel like, yeah, you're up 50-1. I feel like you can let them breathe a little bit, let them get out on the map and try some stuff, but at the same time, from the winning squad's perspective, they just want to farm kills, right? They don't care
Yeah,
about their
like it's a
morale.
good, it's a stat pad. It's just one of those philosophical questions. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, right? We all play the game for our own reasons.
Yeah.
I think I would like to see a little bit of, hey, let these guys get out on the map, let them try and get something together. Just nice law from Bias on Slob there. And Fairfax down. Oh, that was close. I thought Fairfax was going to go down to that one there.
He needs to get enough energy to heal. Does he get it?
Yeah. They need to work on there. There you go. So Bird says no medic, and if Law and Mortar, pick up on that, just attack here, play as fast as you can. Every piece of damage counts here. These guys are hurt.
Yep. I think Earth
Earthful should be a
be
couple
pretty
bullet.
low.
Yeah.
Yep. Exodus. That's the other thing too, right? This is, I believe, definitely Axis' first season leading too, and I know there were some comments he made publicly about like just not being able to get people to listen, or getting fed up with kind of getting blown out in SBs. So I know it's got to be very frustrating right now too, right?
Yeah,
Probably
I've
even
been
more
there.
so.
I mean, I fully understand how frustrating it is, especially if you're a new leader. Because even if you have anybody who's relatively experienced, they're going to doubt a little bit your play calling, even though they shouldn't. It is frustrating when you're trying to lead, and it takes a while to get used to how well you're doing micromanaging players and actually setting them up versus, telling them 10 seconds too late to do something because you're just seeing it. It takes time for people to react, to hear what you're saying, really internalize it, make a decision.
It's also frustrating from the leading aspect too, right? Because really, other than I would say Sov and TG, a lot of people take that leading debuff, right? Where that if you weren't leading, you'd be playing better.
Well, I never really play that well anyway, so it doesn't affect my game too much.
Lofi says, "Damn, my squad is getting whooped."
Well, get in there, Lofi. Turn it around. Let's get Lofi subbed in.
Let's see. Do you think he's getting tilted? Who are one?
We'll say. I hope that Law and Mortar isn't, getting unnecessarily tilted. I mean, I'm a competitive person. I definitely I would not enjoy being on the other end of this match, but you have to have some realistic expectations. Birds is one of the best squads in recent times. Great players.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too, going back to talking about the morale and everything. If you went into this match saying, all right, we are going to get rolled, I think that also plays a huge impact on how well you handle this type of game, right?
Mm-hmm.
If they went into this saying, I think we can possibly keep it close, then morale's all shot to hell.
Yep.
Oh, Slob goes down to another law by the same guy. Bias just looking for those law snipes on Slob, dude.
There we go. And I wouldn't say that that's a bad strategy that they could have focused on. Try and pick apart their meds early, focus on some laws. I mean, that's a great way to really turn a battle, right? If you can hone in your law snipes, actually calculate them for entry battles, entry kills. That's it can be really effective.
Yeah, this is where they need to overload whatever side doesn't have the medic, though. They need to recognize, okay, we got facts at F6. The other team doesn't have a medic. Let's push them. Let's overload it and push.
Yep.
But Slob is now back in the fight.
Yeah, it seemed like whether Law and Mortar just couldn't figure out how to attack, or they were just comfortable with saying, hey, we got our kill. We're happy to still be in the game or in this fight anyway.
Oh, they're sending all those explosives at Axis there. Chompy takes out Bowen. I didn't see where.
I didn't see that. Oh, okay. That was over that. So I saw that fight earlier. That was like south mid, southeast mid at some point.
I think he's kind of low. He's playing pretty far back. Bowen must have gotten quite a few shots on him.
Oh, nice try with the trank from Nate to RRU. $71.5, 10 minutes left.
Yeah. I think we were overestimating the amount of kills they could get.
So I did not predict. I did not predict for a good 10, 15 minutes straight that birds would be able to stand right outside the dropship. I think that's a little bit of not knowing the map, maybe really underestimating the skill gap here.
Yeah, no.
But that really plays a big role.
I definitely expected a slow-paced game, but the fact that they got found out immediately really kind of wrenched that gameplay or game plan.
Yep.
Kill TG here. Or look at Hearth. Turn on Hearth. Worth's got the right call. Can R finish him? Hearth goes down.
There you go. Good job there. Take your wins there. It was a good kill. Got one. Let's go for 2.
Are we going to see Law and Mortar break 10 kills?
Yes. I'm going for yes. I think birds will get greedy for their kills. They're going to overextend in the last few minutes. They want to rack up those last couple kills, and they'll be able to catch him here. So like if they turn and look at Jeff here, have a chance on Slob and Colossal. If they really focus that up, Jeff took some damage there too. They commit
Jeff
to
should
this,
go
they're going
down.
to kill him. There you go. So now they only need 2 more. Kill the guy south. Go south. If they turn south, they're going to get a few kills here. They need to commit to it. The medic doesn't need to be solo fighting a guy north. Biz just let 2 of his Marines die south because he decided to shoot north at a guy instead of coming south and fighting a 5-on-3. And that's kind of like the, poor decision making that really turns a battle there,
Had Worth focus there with Bowen, TG dies because Bowen hit like 6 out of 8 of his AT shots on Gift there before Fax could get to him. Worth just needed the focus with him.
Yep, I agree.
Oh, Ernie goes down. They need 1 more to break it. 7 minutes left.
They got it. There it is.
Hearthbull is 3 out of 10 of
That's not good.
Law and Mortar's kills. I know Slob is, I think, also 3. Let me take a look at the breakdown here.
Yeah. Let's see.
Current game. Yep, Slob and Hearth, both 3 deaths apiece.
They're going to get a talking to from TG after this.
I mean, there was nothing Slob could do on 2 of them, right? He just got lawed in the face.
I mean, go left or right, So this is nice to see Law and Mortar back out on the map a little bit further out from their dropship. I'd like to see them pressed up in these chokes a little bit more. I think they're really underestimating the value of being up in the enemy's face, using the rocks as cover.
Taking space. Like,
yeah, exactly.
If you're not, why did you burn your dash there, Bowen?
Yeah, that's a silly mistake, and I think it goes to the lack of confidence, right? Like not pressed up in the chokes, not playing where you should be. See some red dots, you immediately dash away. They're leaving bias to get angled out there, and that's the important part of playing up in that choke. Is you can't hold the right side of garage if you're not pressed up in that south choke. You abandon. You wait way too long to try and get your medic out.
See, this is where your dash would be useful here, Bowen. You might still get out, but
you'll watch this back, Bowen, and see what we're talking about.
Yeah. But no, you're right. Going back to like being pushed up, if you take space, that gives them less space to create angles.
Right.
Which Birds is very good at doing.
And I understand there's the, trying to limit your engagements, but once you decide to fight at a particular part of the map, it's, it's best to take the strong angle and, give yourself a puncher's chance. If you're not up there punching, you're not in their face, you're not giving yourself a chance, you're going to get picked apart by the better players. Give yourself a chance to catch a sneaky nade, a cheeky law, somebody overextended. Really limit the amount of crossfire you put yourself in.
Yeah. I've got TG and Chomp.
Very nice.
DP. Chompy still hasn't died. Oh, Jeff goes down.
There you go. They actually broke 10, got up to 11, 12.
Okay. 13, because Ernie went down. Okay.
So you got 4 minutes left. You got some kills. I think you need to push up on the map there. Go take some aggressive angles. You have a chance. They're going to wait for their respawn. Maybe if you get up here close and quick, which it looks like they're doing, you haven't done. So I like this. They haven't been up here all game long, right? They've been so far back. They've set up in other places. I like that they're pushing up the south group here in the E6 choke for an ambush. Birds may sleep and not clear this if they have. I don't know where their
I don't
other
think they
group
have.
is.
They don't have any. Oh, that's unfortunate. They have
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
going from that.
And so this could work out, except for they're going to say, what the hell is
Hold on.
Worth doing?
Yeah.
So this could work if they have nerves of steel here and just hang on. Now run back.
He's making it too obvious, though.
Maybe. I mean, Jeff could be bloodthirsty and not give a shit.
No, they're
They're
going to
gonna
see
get
it
seen
from the
by the other
north.
group. Oh, they could come
Oh.
out and get some kills here. Gotta focus together. They did get Jeff. They got one. They tried. I like the effort. Little bit of
Yeah.
poor execution. I think they needed a little bit more time for. I don't know if it was respawners or repositioning. Why those guys were also kind of deep south on the right there. But again, I like the idea. I wish they were able to have more of a tempo or switching up of tempo in this game, but they just been getting bloodied at their dropship.
Yeah. Not much you can do. I will say that I think they kept going south out of their dropship like the entire time. I think you let those that were still stuck out there die and reset and start going out north to just try and force them away from your dropship a little bit. Even if they catch you while you're going north and get those kills, you can then reposition on the south on that last respawn. Just something to change up to just not sit there and fight south the entire time at your base.
Agreed. The Worth took a lot of damage there south. I think he's going to be a pretty easy cleanup here. See if Bias might get lucky here, be able to... Oh, I don't think Tactical had any idea he was shooting for the other guy. All right, this is likely the last battle here. Let's see if they can scrap together another set of kills here. Maybe they get to 20 if they're lucky. I'm going to look at RRU here. If he doesn't take too much damage, see if he get himself
Waiting
up there in the fight.
waiting for a bias law on Slob.
That's a good call. He's got 50 seconds to do it. That would open it up for sure. I like that they're focusing some fire south here. You know, they've put a lot of damage on Tactical. They need to push up and help out, though. Leaving Bias hung out back there is pretty bad. And, you know, they turned to come north. You know, I don't really understand the turn for north there. They didn't have numbers up top. If anything, their best chance was south, where they had the crossfire.
Chompy with a 635 bounty.
Oh, so there are no voiding of rape lines anymore, right? Because they're just, you're spec'd no matter what? Or is there a script? Hearthbowl could go down here.
And that's game. So final
121
score,
to 15.
121 to 15. TG 26-2, Tactical 25-2, Chompy 23-0. Most deaths go to RRU. I don't think we need an interview for this one. I think it was pretty concise as to what happened. And MVP is Colossal. You got any final statements here?
Nope. Congrats, Jeff, on the MVP. This went a little worse than I expected, but I really hope that Law and Mortar keeps their morale up. This was their first game of the season. I think they had a bye the first week, so don't get too down on yourselves and come back swinging during the week, and look forward to seeing y'all turn it around.
Yeah, fair enough. And
Thank you for letting me join you.
Yeah, no problem. That concludes week 2's match of Birds versus Law and Mortar. Once again, the score was 121 to 15. Your MVP being Colossal.